Greetings, traveler, and welcome to another one of my speed builds. For today, our travels bring us to Tomarang, and we're building a colonial Southeast Asian mansion. So I feel like this build has been long overdue, and I'm talking since The Sims 4 for Rent pack came out. I've been planning to do some kind of Southeast Asian inspired build, especially since I'm half Southeast Asian from the Philippines specifically. And I came across this pin on Pinterest that I'm gonna show to you right now. This is a house in Thailand, and it's called the Luang Amnat Nararak Mansion. I'm pretty sure I butchered the pronunciation, but let me read some information that I found online. This is a two-story mansion built in 1911 by Luang Amnat Nararak, the founder of the Phuket Vegetarian Festival in Thailand. So yeah, this house is in Phuket, Thailand, sorry. And according to this article, his descendants still live in the mansion and kindly allows visitors to view and photograph the mansion from the outside. So I'm not really sure if this information is up to date, because I've seen another article talking about this house, and apparently right now it's like a headquarters of some kind of company. Not really sure what kind of company. If you look at the picture, you can see different kinds of vehicles and trucks surrounding the house. So yeah, not really sure what the state of the house is today. But if you are from Thailand and you're familiar with this house, do let me know. I think it's harder for me to do research on the house because it's not exactly all in English. So yeah, do let me know if you have any idea. For the landscaping, I really wanted it to be very overgrown and wild, so I used a lot of tropical plants, and most of these come with for rent, and also I think from Island Living and from Jungle Adventure. So this is a relatively large house. I really love it so much. The architecture of the outside is just beautiful. The interior is beautiful, which you're gonna see in a bit. And then we have this huge pool here in the outside. And this was my first time utilizing our new round pools that we got, and I really like them. And thankfully they're not buggy as far as I'm aware. Not really sure if there are any bugs that come with that. I haven't encountered any myself, which is strange and unexpected considering that I currently have every single bug under the sun. But I'm not gonna get into that again. So yeah, we have the pool in the backyard, we have a swing, we have a few like activities for the kids that specifically come with the for rent pack, and I also put the kind of religious temple shrine at the front, and I think that's it really for the outdoor activities. I also put one of the splash things from Growing Together, and I also put the Woohoo blanket, I believe, from Love Struck. Now in the interior of the build, for the interior I went for wooden walls all over most of the house, and also some colorful patterned floor tiles that are very typical in Southeast Asian homes, especially the colonial ones. And I also used some colonial wallpaper in some of the rooms, especially on the first floor, and just different kinds of wallpaper in general. And I think on the first floor, I do use wooden floors instead of floor tiles. And yeah, I really love the entry hall, the entryway to the house. It's really cute and very beautiful. And I guess the room I love the most in this entire house is the living room, although I also really like the kitchen. But yeah, the living room is really pretty. It has the most colonial vibes out of the whole house, like the whole interior, and I really love it. Here is the absolutely gorgeous kitchen, which I really love. We have this little cubby area where I'm gonna put the oven, and in this little room to the left or right, depending on where you're standing, but anyway, that is a small pantry. So there isn't really anything for your sim to go and do in there. It's just decorative. And I just really love this kitchen. And yeah, now that I'm remembering when I built this, I was watching an episode of The Good Place. This is something that happens with me often when I am building. I always have something that I'm listening to or watching in the background, and I can remember like for every specific build, and every point of the build, like which episode exactly, which shot from which episode I was exactly watching at that moment. And that, I think of that as an absolutely unnecessary talent of mine. But I wanted to ask you guys, like, what do you like to watch as you build or listen to? Like, is it just music? Is it complete silence? Or do you have a show running in the background, or maybe some other builder that is building as well? I just really want to know because I don't usually have speed builds in the background as I'm watching, because I feel like if I'm watching a speed build, I really have to focus all of my attention on it and not just have it as a background thing. And here we are on the second floor. You can see me using this wooden tile all over. And this is like a connecting room between all the other rooms. We have this piano. It's actually not a piano. Let me look up the name. It's called a harpsichord, but it does function as a piano in the game. But anyway, I feel like this room here has the most like Southeast Asian vibes. Like, I don't know, according to the few Filipino TV shows or movies that I have watched, where you have like a very wealthy family living in a colonial villa. I feel like the vibe of the interior was exactly like this room here. And other than that, we have 3 bedrooms on this floor and 2 bathrooms, and there's also this kind of family room in the middle, and I put a fireplace in there and then like a study corner and a kind of a seating area where I use these sofa swings. This is the parents' bedroom, and in here I used the wallpaper from the Chateau set, and most of the furniture that you're seeing here, like the bed, bedside tables, and the wardrobe, are from The Sims 4 for rent, and overall I used that pack a lot throughout the build. So if you don't have it, you're gonna be missing so much of the furniture. It's very essential in this build, especially since I really wanted to have Southeast Asian cultural elements and furniture all throughout the house. Here is the first kid's bedroom, and out of the 2 kids' bedrooms, I prefer this one. It's really magical. It has this kind of midnight sky slash space kind of theme. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of moons and stars and spaceships and whatnot. And I'm also using this dark color palette with dark blue and dark green, and of course this dark wooden swatch. And yeah, I just love this room. It's very cute. And then the second kid's bedroom is pink, and it's very princessy. So I used the same wallpaper as the one in the parents' bedroom, but in this pink swatch. And it has one bed in it. And I guess that's it for this build, so just let me end my voiceover here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and leave a comment down below. I always love reading and replying to you guys. And if you want to download this build, head over to the description. You're gonna find a link that goes to my Patreon, where you're gonna find all the CC links and the tray files for free. And of course, you're gonna find this on my gallery. My ID is just the same as my channel name. And to my supporters on Patreon, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. And if you want to support me on Patreon, I would truly appreciate that. So thank you again for watching, and see you next time. Bye!